Yesterday we started our deep dive into Dimash part 1, into his beginnings, his humble beginnings, yet his musical beginnings. Today we're going to dive in a little bit further and get to learn more about the artist with a voice that just simply has no explanation, nor any category to even put it in. On Sam's Fan React. Let's go.
Sam's Fan Reacts. Let's start the show.
Okay, so in part 1, we established something. Dimash didn't just show up talented. He was shaped, created, deliberately trained to be talented. From the time he was 5 years old until he was 21, 22 and stepped on that stage in China. He came from inside a musical family, inside a culture that treated music like a foundation. He came from a system that refined him year after year. By 2017, he was 22 years old. He was trained, prepared, and unknown outside of Kazakhstan until he stepped on the stage in China. I want you to pay attention to something while you watch this. Not just what he's doing, but the exact moment your brain stops trying to understand it and it just reacts. Pay attention to that moment. Document that moment. Remember that moment. Because that moment is the entire point of this video. Watch this.
Стучится в окно, плачет опять надо мной. Ночью гроза, а на утро тьма. Солнце остыло совсем. Давние боли идут в череду. Лист сгинается в снег.
See what I mean? Like, it's just, what? And then he catch you off guard because he was singing so low and so slow. And it was so fun. And then he just hit you with it. Hit you with it. Do you hear me? Like, what? He's so smooth. Right? Like, I have no words. Like, I have no word. In 2017, Dimash Q walked onto a stage in China on a show called Singer 2017. And this wasn't a beginner competition. This was a stage filled with professionals, established artists, and people with real careers, real audiences, real expectations, contracts already established. And then there was Dimash. He had no global recognition, he had no massive platform, he didn't have a built-in advantage. He simply just had his skill, his voice. And if you're in that position, you have two options. You either have to play it safe, or you have to do something that forces people to pay attention to you. And he didn't play it safe whatsoever. He chose a song called SOS. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of it. I always just call it SOS. And at first, nothing really felt unusual. It felt like, you know, a typical person was singing this song. The stage was calm. The delivery was controlled. And this is important because this is where most people relax. They think they understand what they're about to hear, but then something shifts. Something just completely transcends the imagination, okay? Because within moments, his voice starts to do something that it just don't match what you're used to seeing. The tone changes, the depth expands, and the audience start paying closer attention and really leaning in without reacting just yet. They're just listening, trying to figure out what exactly is happening here. Like, what's going on here? And if you've never seen this before, this is like the moment where your brain is still trying to keep up, but yet it's about to stop. Like, it's just, you can't explain it, okay? It's because explaining it will actually ruin it for you. You don't need preparation, you don't need context. Let me just show you this SOS performance. Watch this.
Qui m'attire, voler. Au retour de l'hiver, pourquoi je vis, pourquoi je meurs, pourquoi je ris, pourquoi je pleure. J'y crois comme tes était votre mot. J'ai dû dire j'ai souffert. C'est jamais ça
There it is. That's the moment right there. That's the thing that doesn't have a category. And I need to say this clearly, okay? This is one of the most rare performances where reacting to it is actually harder than understanding it, because your brain can't process what's saying and your brain can't process what you're hearing. Therefore, your brain can't find the words to describe it, you know? So instead of explaining it, you just feel it, and it shows in your body's reaction. Your body is the reaction. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, that's where the question changes. Not is he good? That answer is obviously yes. The question becomes, is this even normal? Like, is this real? Seriously. Because Dimash's voice doesn't operate within the limits that most singers have, he has a vocal range of over 6 octaves, which means he can move between a deep bass, baritone, tenor, falsetto, and even whistle register. And he don't just reach those notes, he controls them perfectly, even through his breathing. He breathes through them like precisely. Like, it's unheard of. And this is where everything starts to click, because a lot of singers can do impressive things, a lot of singers can do creative things, but Dimash doesn't just sing the notes, he transitions between entire vocal identities in real time. And your brain can't categorize it fast enough. And that's not a bug, it's not a glitch. It's exactly what it's supposed to do, because that's who he is designed to do. That's the reaction he's designed to bring out of you. Like, if I was to do an analytical breakdown, and this is the part most people miss the first time they hear him, it's not just what he can reach, it's what he does when he gets there. The level of control, the level of not being able to, you just feel like you can't even breathe for him. I don't know. It's like there's something else happening at the same time. It's like he's not staying in one style. He's blending. He's blending like opera, pop, classical rock, traditional elements with classical elements, with old school elements, with rock elements, something within the same performance, which creates something that's just unfamiliar to people. And its unfamiliarity is what demands the attention from people and from the audience. He has so much control, and that's what makes it even more unusual. His level of control in his voice is what makes it even more unusual. It's like there's no strain, no panic, no reaching. Everything just feels intentional, measured, disciplined, shaped. And that's the difference between the talent and the mastery of being an artist. And after that performance, everything changed, as you might have guessed. Clips started spreading everywhere online, across various platforms, across countries, across audiences, across cultures. Audiences who didn't even speak the language like me. And they all did the same thing. Like, they stopped, watched it again, and then sent it to somebody else. And then failed to realize, like, what's really happening here. And it's like, I'm going to show you one of my favorite songs by him. Let me show you my favorite song, and then you can see why I just had to find out who this kid was. Watch this.
all by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. All by myself. Don't wanna live
Global reaction compilation, different countries, different languages, different people, all having the same reaction is not a coincidence. You know, it's like talent recognition from the masses, you know, talent acquisition from the masses because we became his audience. And it's like this is the moment that he created, not a viral clip or a fan base, not even just a career. He created a whole genre of music that he himself created, and it's just one that keeps showing up in the comments, in the reactions, and conversations between people who have never even met each other. But it all felt the same. Everybody felt the same. It felt like he answering the question of what is this, but not answering the question because you can't define it. If that even makes sense. And it's like the question wasn't, is he talented? Because that's a no-brainer. And the answer is obvious. The question is like, why does it hit me the way it does? And why does it transcend my feelings and my emotions the way it do? And it's like, that's something that you just sit with, because that question right there, the why, is where the story starts to change for him and for us as his viewers. And while he was continuously developing who he is as an artist and developing his voice and creating more and more music, it just began to get bigger and bigger and bigger for him. Like, seriously, I really need you to check out these two particular performances and tell me I'm lying. Watch this. There is just so much beauty that he presents in introducing you to a song that is just make you feel so soft on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It just make you feel so, oh, you know? I kind of actually love that he don't prepare you for those transitions. It's like, what? Y'all know that's my favorite thing. Like, what is that? It's dude, and for somebody to not even understand what he's saying because I don't know the language, yet I can still feel every single syllable, is just... This man got me feeling like I am just too grown. Do you feel me? How many different levels, voice tones, and vocal transitions do y'all think this man just went through in this 2-3 minutes of this song? I count about 4 or 5. Easy. You get it yet? Do you get it yet? There is so much intensity, sincerity, and pureness of his voice that's just like, wow. He is absolutely the it factor, the wow factor that like music has been missing for a long time. But that's not the end of his story. That is just the middle part. We get ready to get to the good stuff in part 3. So follow us for part 3. Like, comment, subscribe as we finish up this journey on who Dimash Q was. That's all I can even conjure up to say after that performance. I have no words, literally. See you next time on Sam's Fam Reacts.
Sam's Fam Reacts. Let's start the show.